for us. We're going to make a major segue into a totally different subject matter, and that's this field trip that a Connecticut mom says went way too far. Camp counselors teaching kids what it's like to be slaves.
Sandra and James Baker have been battling the Hartford School District for nearly a year, one they've now taken directly to the school board.
I ask that you imagine these phrases being yelled at your 12-year-old child and their friends. Bring those to the house over there.
The Bakers filed a complaint with the school board over a field trip last year to Nature's Classroom in Massachusetts. At the time, their daughter was a 7th grader at the Hartford Magnet Trinity College Academy. The couple says on the third night of a 4-day trip, there was a slavery reenactment. They say their daughter and her classmates had to pretend to be on a slave ship, pick cotton, along with pretending the instructors were their masters. The couple adds the program told the students they didn't have to participate in the Underground Railroad segment, but only told them 30 minutes before it was to start. Sandra Baker says they filed complaints with the State Department of Education, the Human Rights Commission, and the Office of Civil Rights.
It's a town of people of color, really. You could not, Hartford, you could not see that something was wrong with this.
Okay, that's the one woman who's filing a complaint. We're going to talk about that in just a minute and lay out the rest of the story. But just from what you heard, Jason Johnson joining in. One word, first reaction.
Smart.
Smart. Okay. Charles.
It's perplexing to me.
Dr. Tiff.
A hot mess.
Edwin. Midwin.
Absurd. Absurd.
All right. Well, I'm told that we're trying to get the camp counselor on the phone. Do we have him on the phone? All right, we're going to be talking with Camp Director John Santos on the phone. Okay, he is linked in. John, I really appreciate you calling in because you're going to answer a lot of questions for us. First of all, did every parent sign off on this slave and master role play activity at your camp? Just want to know that.
No, and that's an apology I'd make to the parent involved here as well as any, and in reviewing, making it clear. But no, there was no sign off, no.
All right, and I want to get your direct response to this. I want you to hear Sandra Baker and why she's the mom that's so upset. Take a listen.
The fact that they use the N-word. I mean, how dare you do that, say that to my child and call it an educational experience? How dare you say that to any child?
John, who at the camp used the N-word in this exercise?
I honestly cannot accept that as a term. I'm not calling anyone a liar, this young person, and I'm not able to ascertain because so much time has gone by. But as far as the program itself is concerned, no one would ever use the N-word in Nature's Classroom, in any part of Nature's Classroom's day.
And
it's just not an acceptable situation.
Okay, and while I have you, these are the other things that were claimed to have been said. I just want to get your response. Going to get the dogs to eat you. Dumb, dark-skinned Negro person, how dare you look at me? You're not a person, you're property. You're worthless. Keep your head down. John, were those things said as a part of this tough exercise?
I would say those comments or similar comments would have been said in reference to the activity. Now put the activity in perspective, and that is how offensive it could be to a population as we speak, but how much of the world around us is still in that same issue. It's a historical event that we're using as a reenactment. But these are activities that are current in our world today, and these are very closely to the interaction between individuals, and this is a middle grade population.
John, stay on the line with us. Stay on the line with this. Yeah. Our panel has a lot to say about this. Mixed reactions. I promise I'm going to give all of you the floor in just a second. We got to take a quick break. And don't forget, all next week, the series